Let's move on to my second trend now. Checking out the team up north in the Toronto Raptors because they have just kind of been balling out recently. My second trend is their offensive rating. Last night, or Monday night, I should say, they fell to the Cleveland Cavaliers 116 to 112, which did snap a 6-game winning streak, but it really didn't do a whole lot for slowing down their scorching hot offensive play they've had recently. If we go back to November 21st, on that night, they faced a really tough Los Angeles Clippers defense. In that game, they did lose, but in that game, the Raptors still scored 115 points, and that was a game that ended in regulation. So 115 points on the Clippers, a really impressive mark. And essentially from that game on, they've just kind of been lighting up the scoreboard every night. It's an 8-game span. They have a 121.4 offensive rating, which is easily the top mark in all of basketball over that time. The Warriors are second in that span at 118.1, so a pretty decent gap between the Raptors and the Warriors there. Their effective field goal percentage is 59%, which is also leading the league. They were third in offensive rating before this run happened at 109.4. So it's not as if they were awful offensively, but they were just 14th in effective field goal percentage at 50%. If we're looking at this 8-game span, they have averaged 116 points per game in the stretch and have never been below 105. So we're looking at this Raptors offense, which may be getting a little bit better here, Brandon. And it was already pretty good to begin with. So in what ways are you trying to buy into this offense, given the efficiency that they've shown recently?
For the Raptors, for me, I can target Kyle Lowry in cash games. He's really consistent. I can target DeMar DeRozan in tournaments. And then when it comes to that front court, I can target the value whenever it's available, whether that's Jonas Valanciunas whenever he's healthy, or like a Patrick Patterson whenever Valanciunas is hurt. But other than that, I really don't ever have much exposure to the Raptors. DeRozan doesn't have the floor that I need at his price in a cash game. He doesn't block shots. He rarely gets steals. Multiple steals at least, doesn't rebound. So I want to take something away from this more than I it seems like I am, but for really it's Kyle Lowry in cash games for me, DeMar in tournaments, and that's about it.
And when there's a team that's cooking like the Raptors are right now, are you more inclined to use them in potential bad matchups due to the surge and potentially not the public quite catching on yet, or do you kind of keep things as normal regardless?
I'll target them now that this is like that you brought this up, that I realize just how good they are on a per possession basis. I mean, I know that they've been good offensively, but still, I mean, it's not like I won't target like Kyle Lowry in a tournament, but I would game stack them in the right matchup. But I never feel comfortable with the Raptors.